Are you looking for some easy ways to get out of debt? In this video, we talk about just that. Coming up. Hey friend! It's Jeanette and Austin. And if you're new here, consider subscribing.
On this channel, we give you the tips and tools to be better than yesterday.
In this video, we're talking about 5 tips to be able to get out of debt. So the first tip we have for you is mindset. So we can't move anywhere without first defining what our mindset and our vision or our goals are, right? This could be anything from, hey, I want to get out of debt so I have more money so I can do whatever I want. Or I don't like this job and I want to get out of debt so I don't have to continue having 3 jobs or 1 job or whatever. So determining your mindset or your vision, retiring early. One of our visions is just being able to get out and travel and do what we want to do. And so basically, without that, you have nothing to prevent you from falling off the wagon. Once you fall off the wagon, you're like, oh, you know what? But I want to go out and I still want to pursue my dreams of traveling, or I still want to pursue my dreams of retiring early. And without that, there's nothing to fall back on. So defining your mindset and defining your vision is your number 1 priority when it comes to paying off your debt.
So number 2 leads into your spending habits. What are you actually spending money on? So we had to go through our line by line through our bank account and figure out what all those things we're spending money on. Is it a need? Is it a want? Is it...
Where's it going, right? That's the first thing you have to define.
Yes.
Once you've clarified your vision and your mindset, you have to go in and say, hey, where is my money going? Because once you define where is your money going, then you can actually understand what you're doing with it and then manipulate it, which goes into 3.
And that is to cut back. So you go through all your things that you've allocated to where your money is spending, and then you find out, oh wait, we're eating out 5 times a week or 15 times a month. We need to cut back on that.
I'm going to Target every day.
Hey. Don't judge me. Keep going to Target, girl. I see you.
Go to Target. Define your vision. Vision is not a Target.
But it might be. So no, cut back on those things that you know that you're spending way too much on. So we started doing our meal planning and we started eating at home more. And that really helped us a lot. So we're a busy family. We are into all sorts of different activities. So once we started meal planning and doing crock pot meals and stuff like that, that allowed us to save money and time, because that was why we were eating out so much, because we didn't have the time to cook. Which leads us into number 4.
4 is one of my favorite because unlike cutback, this defines things you actually need that you're spending on, but can be modified so that it helps you out. So it might be calling up your internet company again and saying, hey, we've been in this contract for a while and I want to save $15, I want to save $20, whatever. And it's kind of haggling and negotiating and figuring out, can I save this $20 a month that saves me $240 a year? Is it paying my T-Mobile contract off so that I can, live without a payment every month to T-Mobile? Besides your phone bill? Is it looking at car insurance again? Is it looking at life insurance again? These are the things that have to be done to make sure that outgoing money isn't being spent for no reason.
So for me, modify means, okay, I guess I can buy the Walmart brand. I can actually go to Walmart instead of Target. Those are things that I modify because he's into all that big money. I'm into the nickel and dimes, right? So okay, yes, I'll buy the Kroger brand stuff or the Smith's Brown stuff, and that's what I feel like I am contributing to. I used to coupon, but I don't have time for that anymore. So that's how I cut prices. I look for bargains and sales and stuff like that, and I only shop when it's needed or it's on sale, and I've looked and researched and do what I want on that. But that also includes income, right? So modifying your income. So what kind of side hustles can you do? Can you sell some stuff on Poshmark? Can you sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace? Can you have a garage sale? What kind of things can you modify to either bring more money in or to save a couple more dollars? But it doesn't have to be another full-time job. It just needs to supplement for either a certain purpose to pay off a certain card, or it could be long-term, but we normally do those in sprints. We don't do those forever. We do those for things that we want that's bigger, like vacation fund or let's redo our backyard fund or something like that. That leads us to number 5. So if you're not tracking, you need to know where your money's going. Just like when you track your diet, you need to track everything else. You need to track your spending. Just because you have money in the bank does not mean that you're using it for what it needs to be used for. So we use a couple different budgets apps to do that. You can either do it on paper, you can do it in an Excel spreadsheet, you can do it on an app. They've got lots of apps out there that import your bank account information, so that way you can just drag and drop and stuff like that. So
Yep. So we use every dollar. It's our favorite. At least for me, I can just go in there whenever and just start dragging and dropping. But if you don't track, then you obviously don't know if you're saving any money in the grand scheme of things, right? So that is the best tool to assess how much money you can save, and then apply the money that you saved over that term to whatever you need to, your first goal or whatever like that. So that credit card, that personal loan, that car debt, I don't know, right? Tracking is the only way you're gonna be able to utilize the first 4 steps.
side note, even if you are not putting the money where you said you were going to put it, track where you're actually spending. Sometimes I do that with calories. I'm like, well, I said I wasn't gonna eat like this little mini Snickers bar today, but I'm not gonna track it. You have to track it. Track it. Even if you're not doing it right, track it. Just be truthful with yourself. Girl, I'm not gonna judge you.
Yep. Every month I put my energy drink fund in there, and I know I'm gonna spend way more than that, but you need to know like how you're doing.
Just be real with yourself. So those are our 5 easy tips for you. So it's your mindset and your vision, finding out what you want, where you're going. 2, your spending habits. What are you spending money on? 3, cut back in those areas that you can. 4, modify the stuff that you can't cut back on or have a side hustle. And then 5, track. So guys, that's all we have for today. But our question of the day is, what is your dream when you become debt-free? For us, it's going on a trip to Europe because we both live there and we've never been there together. So that is our dream. So tell me in the comments below what your dream is. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We're gonna get the entire series on how to be debt-free from us.